Welcome to Laketoria Entertainment Game Reviews. I'm Kevin, and the game I'm reviewing today is Dragon Crown Pro. This will be the first time I'm doing a review on my own, so I should give you a rundown on how I do things. First, I will go over the reason why I chose the game. Second, I'll tell you a little bit about the game with the story and gameplay. Third, I will give you my gripes with the game. And finally, my rating on the game. Now that we have our bases covered, let's get to the review. Dragon Crown Pro is a re-release of Dragon Crown. The only real difference between the two games is the 4K versus HD. But that's not the only reason why I got the game. The real reason why... Wow. She is thick in all the... Well, what I'm saying is, the real reason why I chose this game is because of the old school side-scroller feel. And not because... Is that really all that she's wearing? She's playable too? She bounces! Who made this?! The game is set primarily in the kingdom of Hydeland, in the same fantasy world of Grimgrimor and Odinsphere. Both games I've never played, but I'm all about that shared universe. The plot revolves around a legendary relic, the Dragon's Crown, and the quest to retrieve it. A mysterious coven of magic users with influence in the highest level of government seeks the treasure so they can have it for their own. So you need to get the crown before they do. In the process, you'll fight a harpy lady, a group of dragons, a giant-ass beetle, a minotaur, a vampire queen, a group of pirates, and their crazy genie. That's only half the bosses you need to get through before you even begin the journey for the Dragon's Crown. The story as a whole is pretty much straightforward. You have your guild master, the lovable jerk, Morgan, the weapons repair lady. Look at her. 92% of the women in this game look like this. Look at her. Look! You have Roland the Barbarian with an 8-pack of Doom. You also have a weird church guy that has control over these naked babies that can bring people back to life. You also have a weird guy, the princess, and Count Dean. Man, I hate that guy. Oh, and Lucane. He's a major player in this story also. The thing I really love about this game is the narrator. It makes me feel like I'm part of a D&D campaign. The way he introduces an NPC or an adventure about to begin is a plus for me.
This underground labyrinth was created by the magician Wallace in a single night. It is said that fearsome monsters are held captive in the depths of this hazardous, trap-filled maze.
Like I was trying to say before, the whole side-scrolling aspect is the real reason why I got this game. Playing this awakened a certain nostalgia that brings me back to my childhood, when I used to play Battletoads, Streets of Rage, or even Turtles in Time. And the sheer fact that I could get a friend to play with me on the same console is a plus also. And yes, I know there are plenty of games out there that have co-op on the same console. All I'm saying is, I want more. You begin the game by choosing between one of 6 heroic characters. You have your wizard, elf, fighter, Amazon, dwarf, and sorceress. Each character has their own unique strengths and weaknesses, fighting styles, skills, and magic which can be upgraded through the Adventurers Guild. As the player proceeds through the dungeons, they are accompanied by Ronnie the Thief and later in the story, Tiki the Fairy. These two NPCs will guide you to hidden areas in the game and open locked chests and doors revealing loot and secret areas that branch from the dungeon's main path. Once again, pretty straightforward. The thing that sets this game apart from other games is the artwork. So, I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy what I was looking at right now, but after playing this game, it's obvious that there was a lot of effort put into the artwork. The backgrounds alone could be framed and hung up in a living room. Hell, the art books on Amazon is selling for just under $50, and I'm a sucker for art books. After you've completed a bulk of the story, that's when the real game begins. The difficulty of all the dungeons you've been to have become harder. On top of that, a second route is offered at even higher level. You are also given an option to chain dungeons together as well, meaning doing back-to-back dungeons without going back to town to repair your weapon. There is a unique system in place where each player gets a bag. This is where you equip weapons, some armor, and whatever consumables you like to use with your character. The more bags you have, the more sets of equipment you can bring with you. This makes it so you can chain more dungeons together. Another thing I like is the party system. I like the fact I can play this game by myself and have a full party backing me up. The finding bones in a dungeon and then resurrecting them at a church so they can be your ally is also a good touch. The best part about this game, hands down, no, I was going to say the cooking minigame. I didn't expect to like this minigame as much as I did. I was playing with a friend, and him and I were cooking for the whole party. It was very satisfying and pretty cool that depending on the food we cooked, certain stats would get a boost for the next dungeon. The story is as generic as an old school video game. My one gripe with it is a pet peeve of mine. I hate it when RPGs give me the illusion of choice. Fable has notoriously done this to me every time. I'm a big fan of the BioWare games, mainly Dragon Age and Mass Effect, and I've played the hell out of those games, so when they give you a major choice to make, you better believe someone is suffering the consequences. In Dragon Crown, when you're given a choice and you pick the wrong one, you either get kicked out of the scene and told to do it again, or you're thrown into a dungeon for 2 months, put outside, and told to do it again. There is no consequence whatsoever, so why have the choice at all? You're just wasting my time. When it comes to gameplay, I have 3 gripes. 1. Only one player can enter a room at a time when you get into town. So when my friend and I wanted to level up, we each had to take turns going through the same story event with Samuel at the Adventure Guilds when we completed a mission. The same mission, at the same time. Why? 2. During battles, fights can get a little hectic sometimes. Things pile up on the screen really fast, and I did lose my character in all the chaos. It wasn't a deal breaker or anything, but I did find myself doing this more than a couple of times. 3. If you have a friend playing on the same console with you, only the first player can buy extra bags and runestones. Second player cannot. My friend and I had to mess with the player selection just to get him to buy another bag. With all the fan service aside, this game is visually pleasing. The story doesn't really raise an eyebrow, and the gameplay had mild irritations. Nothing that made me want to turn off the game. I'm actually playing 2 characters myself. One's an elf, and the other's an Amazon. Oh yeah. I give this game an 8 out of 10. You should play this game at least once. Thank you for watching Laketoria Entertainment Game Reviews. I'm Kevin. Stay safe, and watch out for bears.